Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Illinois. We're currently in the city of Chicago. Today we're going to be doing a driving tour of a neighborhood called Englewood, spelled with an E. Not like Inglewood from LA, but Englewood. It's 84 degrees outside right now. We're going to be exploring the Englewood neighborhood. I'm going to turn on the air conditioner because it is a bit warm in here. We're about 5 minutes away from our desired start destination. We're passing 59th Street. We're on Halsted, 59th and Halsted. We're traveling normal speed limit, 29 miles an hour. We're at 60th and Halsted. We're about 3 minutes away from our desired destination. There's a mural on the left. It's a nice mural. It says, "Be your higher self." It's a really nice mural. I wish I could have went slower, but I learned that even going speed limit here doesn't work for people. They're going to go above and beyond. Passing 61st Street. We're approaching 63rd Parkway. So Englewood is located in the south side of Chicago. And Englewood is said to be one of the worst neighborhoods here in the Chicago area. So we're going to take a look at it, see what it looks like. Passing 63rd Parkway, the 6100 block of 63rd Parkway. You got Mall Medical Center on our right. Really bumpy roads. Passing Emerald Drive. You got a Whole Foods Market on my right. A Chipotle, a Starbucks, a Nailworks, a PNC Bank, a pharmacy, a Wingstop, an AT&T, and Oak Street Health in Englewood Square, spelled E-N-G-L-W-O-O-D. Not to be confused with the city of Inglewood from LA. I always say from LA because it's like within walking distance of some of the LA neighborhoods. But I understand that Inglewood, California, is its own little city. All right, now we're approaching 63rd Street. Halsted and 63rd Street. Got the Illinois license plate in front of us that reads Land of Lincoln. And they have President Sir Abraham Lincoln on the license plate. Englewood is one of the 77 official community areas in Chicago, Illinois. At its peak population in 1960, there were over 97,000 people who lived in this approximately 3 square miles. But the neighborhood's population has since dropped dramatically. So we're still stuck at this red light. I do want to move forward. Yo, check out that white bird flying. It's like a seagull. I've seen a couple seagulls in the area. All right, let's continue moving forward. Past 63rd Street. We got a little food cart on my right. Yo City Dog. We got a rainbow on my right. We got two people on my left crossing the street. Looks like a couple. You got Kennedy King College on our left. City College of Chicago on our left-hand side. Check out these light poles that hold up the lights and the banners. You see how the light pole arches over the city a little bit? It's like a straight arm, and then you can see the lamp. Let's make this left-hand turn on 65th Street. I see City Sports in front of us at Englewood Plaza. Let's make this left-hand turn at 65th, the 6500 block of 65th Street. Drivers around here got me super cautious, yo. Looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right. Like I'm a fiend, yo. I'm just looking left and looking right because people be coming out of nowhere, bro. All right, let's make this right-hand turn on Union Ave. I think we could start the tour around here. We're just going to explore the area, see what it looks like, see what it's hitting for. We got an abandoned house on my right-hand side. It's boarded up. Then we got another building on our right, so 2-story, and then another one after that, which is a 3-story. So we had a variety of sizes of homes. We got a vehicle double parked here. It looks like a man and a woman holding a conversation. Or, yeah, maybe. I think that was maybe probably a man and a man. Yeah, I think the dude had long hair. I thought it was a woman because his ponytail, but. All right, so let's make this left-hand turn. Check out these houses right here. Wow, nice structure, but abandoned. You see how they got boards on them? And they got a bunch of vines growing on them. It's crazy. There's a lot of green space right here. Open green space that looks like it might be unclaimed. Probably city owns it. Great for development. Not sure if there's anybody that's interested in developing in this community. Another abandoned building on our right. All right, we're approaching Lil Ave. Got a bunch of graffiti right here on my left. I'm gonna go a little further straight so you guys can see the graffiti, then I'll probably make a right. We got a bunch of artwork on my left. You got a female walking. It's a hot day. It's 84 degrees, and she got on what looks to be like some pants and a thermal. There's a lot of nice artwork here on this block. Wow, this is a really low underpass. Wonder what's the clearance. It's really low. All right, we're at Parnell Ave. Wow, another abandoned building. And these buildings, they don't look bad. Like as far as like the architecture. Oh, it's a one-way, so I can't even show it to y'all. I'm gonna probably have to go around the block if I want to show it to y'all. And I think I am gonna try to show it to y'all because it look cool. So I'm gonna try to go around the block. I'm gonna go like left. Oh snap! I was gonna go through that alley, but it was probably full of potholes. So I might as well just go around the block. The sidewalk there, a lot of overgrown grass on the right. I don't think that. Nope, $19,000 the best offer. They're selling a house over here. There's a giant sign on it that says $19,000 or best offer. So if anyone is interested in buying a home in Englewood, check it out. Look at this house. $19,000 or best offer. It's boarded up, and there's a phone number on it. They straight up spray painted. So if they want best offer, you could probably give them like 10 grand. Hopefully there ain't no taxes owed on it. You know what I mean? Or like water bill past, you know, because they could want 19,000, but it owes like 30,000 of back payments, or like there's a lien on the property or something. I'm gonna go left. Thank you very much, sir, for your patience. We're at 66 and Normal Ave. I guess it's pretty normal around here, maybe. So in the year 2000, this neighborhood had a population of approximately 40,000 inhabitants. We're at 65th. Let's make this left-hand turn. I did want to show you that abandoned building, so we're just going to go around the block. We got two females hosting a conversation right here on the right-hand side. Look like they probably just got out of work. We got a home on my left, home on my right. No, that's actually two homes on my left. I thought it was one. A lot of overgrown weeds, overgrown bushes, a lot of greenery. Like if you put that into perspective, there's a lot of greenery. Look at this little microscopic fire hydrant. It's so low. It's like a foot off of the ground. All right, let's make this left-hand turn. This is where the abandoned house was at. It was an interesting looking house. If they sell this for $19,000, this is worth it all day. It's probably in a rough area. This one right here. This is the one that I saw. That for $19,000? Heck yeah. 6543. That right there. Give me that for the cool 19 piece. Yeah. Let me show you the side of it because it's all boarded and missing a couple windows. But you can see the size of it. And it's funny because this is right next to the other one where the dude wants $19,000. You see it? I like the style of it. The style of it isn't that bad. And this brick, the bricks do look like there's some structural integrity loss, or the structural integrity is questionable. There's cracks and it's like swelling on the side of the bricks, so it probably had like leakage and the water went through the bricks and probably caused foundation issues, which is going to be a lot more costly. Let's keep going straight. That was Parnell, in case y'all wanted to look up that address. Wow, so remember I said in 2000 it had 40,000 inhabitants? In 2010, it had approximately 30,000 inhabitants. That's incredible. So it went down dramatically. Oh, snap. Remember 30,000 in 2010? In the 2020 United States Census, it has 24,369 residents. So it dropped again. So people moving out, basically. People moving out. We're at 66th Place and Parnell. Look on our left, another boarded up house. A nice style of a house. The house styling is nice. You see it's boarded up with the nice porch and all that. It's just, I guess this isn't an ideal area to live in. So the demographics of this community as of the year 2015, we're on Parnell and Marquette. I'm going to go straight because this cross block, Marquette Road, looks like it's high traffic. A lot of people going at full speed. So while everybody's flying by us, I'll probably relay a little bit of information. The demographics in 2015, it was 0.61% white, 94.64% black and or African American, 3.69% Hispanic, 0.30% Asian, and 0.76% other. So primarily a black American and or African American community. Another car flying. I'm not chancing it. I'm not chancing it at all. Oh, there's another one popping out of nowhere. The thing is, you would think they see you from afar trying to wean your way in. Nah, nobody cares. They're just going to continue going and going like the Energizer Bunny. We got a female on my right sitting on her steps. It looked like she got her son probably with her. Yes, somebody was sitting in the front with her. Probably like an older gentleman, like a teenager, 18, 19, 20-year-old. We got a bunch of kids on our left playing behind the fence. Yeah, they're out there with their parents. That's cool. 2 more boarded up buildings on my right. A lot of lot space, which tells me back in the day, this neighborhood probably was full of houses on both sides, but they probably got burnt down over time, knocked down. That Lexus on my left didn't have tags. Probably got burnt down, knocked down for whatever reason. We're at 68th and Parnell. We got places like this in Philly, or I should say we had places like this in Philly. Like 8th and Diamond, 9th and Diamond and all that. Back in the day, it was full of houses. Look at again, another boarded up house over here on my left. You see that 2-story one? And they got a for sale sign on it. That white one got a for sale sign on it. Look, another car in front of us with no tags. And it looked like it would have been towed. It's a Lexus. Yo, wasn't the last one a Lexus? Look at 2 more cars across the street. 2 more houses across the street, boarded up. Yeah, so this neighborhood is definitely lacking homes. At least homes that are lived in. So the density of the neighborhood as of 2020, remember, is 24,369 people. As of the 2020 United States Census, the density is 7,900 people per square mile. We're at 69th and Parnell. I'm going to go left. It appears like left has more urban decay. But again, these cross streets are treacherous. We're on 69th Street. I'm just going to be careful. There's a bus coming too. See if I can get in front of this bus. There you go. Let's go up Normal. This is Normal, right? Yeah, let's go up Normal Ave. We already went up one portion of Normal. But let's go up until that portion that we went to and then make a right. Look at Englewood STEM School right here on my left. The Englewood STEM School. On my right, you got Number One Deli. That was not creative at all. They just put a hashtag Number One Deli. All right, let's make this left-hand turn. We got about 2 seconds on the clock before we're able to turn left. And then you be seeing a lot of people drive by like angry and like road rage drivers, and their cars be dented up or crashed up. Go ahead, I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys are kids. It's a father with his 2 kids, and or might be a mother with his 2 kids or her 2 kids. I'm uncertain. It's a parent with their 2 kids. Let's just say that. So the schoolyard on my right is full of looks like people playing football, practicing football. Yeah, they're all shirtless. Guess because it's hot. Teens, like I would say teenagers, maybe high schoolers. I guess teenagers could be considered high schoolers. Normal Ave and 68th. We got a car behind me, so I'm gonna travel forward. Passing Normal Parkway and Normal Ave, the intersection of Normal Parkway and Normal Ave. I got a Chevy behind me, guys. Please bear with me. Traveling 19 miles per hour. Got Zach's Food Mart on my right. Full line of grocery selection, phone accessories, and more. We got Benjamin E. Mays Academy in front of us. BEMA. B-E-M-A. BEMA. All right, let's see. I can make a right. I think I'm going to go over there. Oh, no turn on red, so I might as well wait and be patient. Green light. There you go. Boom. There's another boarded up house right there on my right. You see it? That big tan house on my right? Oh, man, potholes. So before 1850, Englewood was an oak forest with much swampland. Oh, snap. That's the true history of this neighborhood. It used to be swampland and forest. And then deforestation kicked in and boom, it turned it into a metropolitan area. That's crazy. Can you picture this being swampland and forest? I almost can. I mean, even though I'm not from here, but look at my left, another abandoned house. Damn, so I think we found at 66 and Normal Ave, we found the neighborhood with tons of abandoned houses. In 1852, several railroad lines crossed what became known as Junction Grove. We're approaching 66th Street, stimulating the beginning of what we know today as Englewood. I notice a lot of cities and neighborhoods in America, they were founded and or started through railroads. I guess through the businesses, through the trade and, whatever business they had going on. We're at 65th place. All right, this is where the females were at on our left. I remember exactly where I'm at now. We got a little abandoned building on my right-hand side. Damn, son, another one? Look at that. You see it abandoned? It looked like it got potential, too. Like it could have been a nice, I don't know, a rec center, something. We're at Normal Boulevard. Damn, they got Normal Boulevard, Normal Parkway, Normal Ave. Normal everything. Look, they got a little play set outside for the kids. Look at one of them sliding play sets. We're at Normal Ave and 65th Street. I'm going to make a right. See if I can make a right. It looks like they're doing some street work here. I'm going to allow this Audi to pass us. So the Englewood community was largely defined by Englewood Shopping Center at 63rd and Halsted, a large pedestrian mall. The city social services and mall management worked with the community leaders and groups to integrate the mall with the community. The goal was to make the mall a vital part of the community and a central part of everyday life. So we got a couple gentlemen on my right-hand side hanging out, sitting out front of their house. Picked the perfect spot. They're in the shade. Super bumpy street. I noticed they didn't have any of them extremely humongous speed bumps. I don't want to speak too soon, but I just went through a dozen or so blocks, and those speed bumps that were in like the back of the yards neighborhood or in West Garfield were not here. Look at that train track up top. Man, these streets are murked. (63rd and Normal). That's 63rd Street, 6300 63rd Street, and Normal Boulevard. Let's make this right and then come right back down through the neighborhood. So notable people. Are there any notable people from this neighborhood? Considering most of it's abandoned. I'm going to name some people. If you guys know them, comment in the comment section. You got Jamie Foster Brown, Margaret Bonds, Young Chop. Young Chop's from here? Okay. I don't really listen to Young Chop's music, but I have seen a few of his music videos. Young Chop is a rapper. Wow. Young Chop. Let's make this right. Give me a second. I'll continue with the notable people. Let's make another right. You got Johnson College Prep, Antioch Haven Homes on our left. The Johnson College Prep banners are right here on my right on the pole. So it must be nearby. We must be within the vicinity of that education institution. So after Young Chop, you got Derrick Rose, Anthony Davis, Bina Deneen, and Charles Deneen. Lil Durk, oh, he was raised in Englewood, so he was raised in this hood right here. Oh, snap. Let's make this right at Stewart Ave. Yeah, Lil Durk is another rapper. Lil Durk, yo. I believe they named him Lil Durk because I think his pop is Daddy Durk, Big Durk. I think his pop's in prison. To my knowledge, he might be getting out soon. So I think I heard that on one of Lil Durk's tracks. They had a vocal conversation. I don't really follow his life, so for all I know, his pop might already be out, but I don't know. I think his pop was supposed to do like Life or something, but he got an appeal and he spanked it. We're at Stewart and 64th, so he got another opportunity to get out, and it was cool because in the audio track, I think he mentioned something about being a father and trying to do the right thing this time around. So it's like a second chance for redemption. All right, we got a car behind us, so before I continue the list of notable people, let me continue moving forward. We're at 65th Street. There's a stop sign here, so let me stop, sir. So this is where Lil Durk and Young Chop and them used to, hang out at, I guess, when they was younger. These are the streets that they used to run. We're at 65th and Stewart Ave. You got Cluster 5 office, areas 11, 14, 15, and 23. Chicago Public Schools on our left. St. Benedict, the African. That's what it said on the banner. All right, we're at 66 and Stewart. I think nope, access denied. I was going to make a left. That was not going to work out efficiently. Yo, is that a rest in peace balloon? Hold on, I'm going to have to spin the block. This car behind me, the Chevy, been driving behind me for quite some time. So I'm going to just go around the block and let them do whatever they got to do. Because Union Tabernacle Church right there in front of us. That's Union Tabernacle Church. Let me go take a look over here because I think I've seen a balloon of a heart on the side of the road. That usually means it's connected to a rest in peace memorial. But let's see. I don't want to speak too soon. It could have been something completely else. My eyes could have been playing tricks. So Lil Durk, he was raised here. Kenny Galladay, H.H. Holmes. Oh man, a serial killer, a con artist. Not funny, but I don't even understand. He was from Wallace Avenue on 63rd. He was a resident of Englewood from 1886 to 1894. That's not no balloon. That's one of them little microscopic fire extinguishers over here. You see this right here on my left? Man, you can't blame me from afar thinking it was one of them, like, them heart helium balloons and whatnot. Sorry, I admit it, y'all. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing that we haven't seen any memorials yet, because there's been some cities that I was seeing memorial after memorial after memorial. So it's a good thing that we haven't seen that just yet. I don't want to speak too soon, because still a whole other city, portion of the city that can be explored. All right, we already came through this block, but let's go finesse our way back around. Jennifer Hudson was from this neighborhood? What? She's the singer and actress. Jennifer Hudson grew up here? That's crazy. Jennifer Hudson from the streets, yo. Say, nah. She was probably from here when it was a lot better, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. We're at 66 and Normal Boulevard. All right, which way shall we go, George? Which way shall we go? All right, we're approaching Marquette. I think I shall make a right. Let's make a right. Let's wait at this red light because we got cars now. I just noticed Zach's Food Market is not only gated closed, but there's wood on the door. So after Jennifer Hudson, you got Richard Hunt, Harold L. Ikes, Chief Keef. Okay, Chief Keef is from here. So those are three large names when it comes to the hip hop drill culture. You had Chief Keef, Young Chop, and Lil Durk. To my knowledge, I believe, I don't know, again, I don't really follow that music culture. I believe Chief Keef was one of like the first big names to blow up in the Chicago area in the modern day. Correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free if y'all know more hip-hop politics about what's going on down here. Feel free to school us. But yeah, I believe Chief Keef was like one of the first big names to come out of this area. We're passing Parnell Ave. Yeah, these cross blocks, I don't really like them because they're filled with traffic. So I like them other side blocks because there's barely any cars on it. Barely anybody driving. You got Ryan Harris Park on our left-hand side. Let's make this left. Too fast. Too furious. Look at this is Ryan Harris Park. It looks like a nice park, a nice play set for the kids. There's some kids on the swings and stuff. That's cool. Then they got an adult swing, yo. Yo, that's the first time I ever seen that. That joint look like a recliner. Like a sofa, like a computer chair chained up to it. Yo, more abandoned houses on my right. And this house on my right got people living in it. Yo, that's crazy. They had like a full-size chair where I could sit on that joint. I mean, I could sit on a regular swing. But it had a backrest and everything. I wonder if it was like a special needs chair maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe if there's any like young adults or whatever that have special needs that might not be able to work on the regular chair, they might be able to use because the regular swing is like a strap. It's low-key like a plastic, like some thick type of rubber strap. I used to like swinging when I was a youngster. I used to like swinging and jumping off it. We used to go as high. Yo, this yard on my right is popping. You see this yard with the picket fence? There's like 10, 15 people back there dancing, chilling. They must be having a little party. Alright. We have 68th. Should we go straight? Yeah, let's go straight. Let's go straight. See what it's hitting for. Oh, prom night. That's why that yard was popping. There was a sign on this side that read prom night. So they probably just graduated or going to graduate and they're celebrating the prom. Fun fact. Toon did not attend his high school graduation prom. I was never really into parties. I was never really into that, and that much so that I didn't really care much for a prom. So what I did was I went with a couple of my homies, and I had an uncle. It was a pretty cool, down-to-earth uncle. He was like crazy. He was like one of them crazy uncles. Like he'll drink with you. He'll do all types of crazy stuff. Like he didn't care. There was nothing off the list. He'll do it with you. So much so that we went to AC. While everybody was in prom, we went to Atlantic City, New Jersey. The boardwalk, chilled that whole night, chilled. We got twisted. I rented a car. We just went out there and chilled. At the end of the night, we got back like probably 3, 4 a.m. And it was my uncle's idea. We went into this abandoned house that he, I guess, witnessed, that he saw. He said, yo, let's make some money. And they had copper. And we stripped the plumbing. It was an abandoned house, guys. It was boarded and abandoned, but it was kind of like an easy entrance. And I was with my uncle, man. I was with my homies. I was with my uncle. So while everybody was dancing on prom night, we was scheming. And we gutted a house and took all the copper. And we made some okay money. We made some pretty good money. It was like $250 something. And we split it 4 ways. I mean, as a youngster, as an 18-year-old, it's like, whatever. Money is money. There's a cop car right in front of us, Chicago police. But I'm going to point right so that you guys can see this house right here says, no crack smoke. No crack smoking. Jesus loves you on my left. You seen that spray paint? It said no crack smoke. It straight up said no crack smoke. It didn't say no smoking. It specifically emphasized the use of illegal narcotics such as crack, aka crack cocaine. That's crazy. Look at another abandoned house on my left. Some of these abandoned houses be looking good though. Like this one on my left with the 2-story porch with the balcony. They be looking alright. I was like, damn. I see some abandoned houses that, yeah, all right, them things is beat, so I understand why they abandoned. Some of them, they be looking like good structure, and they just boarded up. Maybe they boarded up so nobody steal the copper. Yo, let me cross this street. Yeah, but that's the type of stuff that I was into. We are Englewood. That's what the sign says on my left. We are unity and community. All right, so Chief Keef, you got Ralph Lewis, Willard Motley, Bernie Mac. Rest in peace, Sir Bernie. He was raised in Englewood. In Englewood. I always gotta say Engle because I feel like if I say Englewood, like y'all gonna think that I'm talking about. Maybe that's how you say it. Maybe the E is silent or something. Maybe the E they use a different. You know what I mean? But I try to pronounce Englewood so y'all know it's EN. But wow, Bernie Mac was from 69th Street and South Sangamon Street. That's dope. Morgan F. Murphy. Lil Reese. Oh, snap. He's another rapper. Lil Reese and Fredo Santana. They all fall in the category of like Chief Keef and Durk and Young Chop and all them. Mavis Staples. Famous Dex. Oh, snap. Rest in peace, King Von. This was King Von's hood, too? Yo, that's vicious, bro. I didn't come to this hood because I knew this was their hood. I just randomly came to the hood because I'm like, all right, let's see what it's hitting for. South side of Chicago is, one of the worst areas. Look at abandoned house on my right. Look at the style of these houses. They got like a half sphere, like a sphere in front. You see them? They got the nice little the Corinthian podium, like columns holding up the awning and the balcony. Abandoned. One of my abandoned 2. Abandoned on my right 3. Damn, another one on my right. Abandoned. Yeah, bandos back to back. It's crazy. Famous Dex, to my knowledge, he was popular to an extent. I don't know. I didn't really listen to Famous Dex music either. I don't think Famous Dex falls into the drill category. I think Famous Dex, I may be wrong. I'm sorry if you're a Famous Dex fan and you're watching this. I think Famous Dex was probably more in like the Little Yachty style of rap. I don't know. I could be wrong because I didn't really listen to Famous Dex. I know Famous Dex was popular. But, yeah. We're at 65th. Go ahead. I'm going to let you go, buddy. We're at 65th and Green. Let's go up another block. So this neighborhood actually had a lot of famous people. Modern and, you got past tense. You got Bernie Mac. You know what I mean? Bernie Mac was a good actor. And he passed away. Then you got people who are like modernly, at this current day as you're watching this, popular. Like Lil Durk. Lil Durk is super popular. They call him the voice of the streets. Lil Durk, yo. And Lil Durk originally started off as a drill rapper, right? We're at 64th and Green. Let's go left. This looks like an apartment building right here. So he started off as a drill rapper, right? I believe he's still a drill rapper, but he's been able to make leaps that not many other drill rappers from this city has been able to make. When I say leaps, he was able to cross branch markets and exchange audiences with. There's this country dude. I can't think of the country dude's name. He's from Tennessee. Nah, he's not from Tennessee. Anyway, the country dude is popular in Tennessee, but they shot a music video in Tennessee, in Nashville, and it sounds good. It's a country artist with Lil Durk, and the song, they basically harmonize well together. You got the dude who sings country, Morgan Wallen. That's the dude's name, Morgan Wallen. So if you look at Morgan Wallen's original music videos, it's all country. It's all country music. He's a straight up country singer. And you look at Lil Durk's catalog, Lil Durk is straight rap, gangster rap. And you got these two together. The song's called Broadway Girls. Watch it in case you want to know who's Lil Durk and in case you want to hear this Morgan Wallen dude. The song sounds good. Morgan Wallen killed. He did a great job. Kilt is a good word in slang terms. He killed the little chorus, the little Broadway girls, John, and Lil Durk did his thing. Look, we got a couple people hanging outside on my right, playing with the ball. They're playing basketball. That's what's up. They got the court out. We're on Peoria, 65th and Peoria. Got somebody working on their car on my left. A group of people probably doing some engine work. Got a little kid on my left on a scooter. Got some people outside. These houses are right. I kind of like the style of these houses are on my right. The stone. Oh, they painted the stone on my left blue. I'm not a big fan of the paint. A bando on my left though. Another bando coming up on my left. Yeah, I don't think they should have painted that stone color. I think the stone looked nice, but hey, it's not my house. To each his own. Look, there's a 3-story on my left that's boarded up. You see it? Oh, they got one of the little library boxes on my right. In this hood? Where? Get out of here. Usually I see that in prominent hoods. We got Peoria and 66. I wonder, does it get used? Do people actually grab books from it to read? Or, you know what I mean? There's a church on my right. Maybe the church provided it. There you go. Yeah, so anyway, Morgan Wallen and Lil Durk did a song together. And that's the smartest thing that Lil Durk's management team could ever did, because what that does is that helps exchange audiences. So you got Morgan Wallen's fan base that probably doesn't really listen to hip-hop, their country fan base. There's a good potential chance that there's a small portion of the viewers who watch for Morgan Wallen that might now want to Google and learn about Lil Durk and learn more of Lil Durk's content. Look, we got another abandoned building on my right. And then vice versa. You got some of, for example, like when I was listening to the Lil Durk song, oh, we got cops right here in front of us. When I was listening to the Lil Durk song, you got Morgan Wallen on it, and I questioned. I'm like, damn, Morgan Wallen kind of did a good job with the little singing thing that he was doing. I got curious and I Googled and YouTube some of Morgan Wallen's music. That's how I found out that he did country, and I wasn't really feeling a lot of his other songs. Like, I can appreciate music. There's another abandoned building on my right. But long story short, the moral of the story, guys, is sometimes networking, doing collabs, partnerships, and things like that benefit your total business cause, your fan base. Grows your fan base. I'm sure Lil Durk got some new listeners, and vice versa. I'm sure Morgan got some new listeners. So that's cool, because I think he was one of the very few that branched out in that extent. I think a lot of the other, again, I'm not too focused on the drill scene, but I think a lot of the other drill rappers just stood hardcore, stood drill, you know what I mean? Nobody really did a song with a country dude yet. Lil Durk did, so props. And that's the way to do it. If I was in that position, I'd do a song with a rock and roll dude. I'd do a song with, the country dude. I'll do a song with maybe, somebody who sings Spanish, a reggaeton dude or whatever. Because what that does is that largens your bag. Gives you a bigger bag, because now you got more listeners, more AdSense, more record sales, and so on. You might build a more dedicated fan in a different fan base, if that makes any sense. King Von, what's interesting about him is that, rest in peace, he had passed away not too long ago. I believe probably, a year or two ago? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't keep track of it. But I do know that young man passed away, right? He literally had a lot of potential. One thing that was interesting about his story is that when he got on and he got the deal, whatever, he started making money. Yo, bro driving straight. Oh, he's staring at that girl with the belly. Yo, bro was like, he crossed the intersection looking at the girl in the yellow on my left. Damn, nobody gonna let us go. They both got stop signs. I guess he was staring at the girl on my left that's walking with the yellow. You see her? She's texting or something. But she got a belly. She's pregnant. So he was like eyeing her. He went straight through the stop sign in front of us, looking like in an angle behind him. That's crazy. But so King Von, right? One thing that's interesting about him is that when he got his deal, he got some bread. To my knowledge, his first $100,000, he helped all his homies out. He bought bikes. I think I don't remember the exact number. I think he bought like 60 bicycles for the kids in the community. He basically just shared the love with his block, with his friends, his family. That's dope. That's dope. That's tough. That's admirable. Not many people do that. Get the first 100,000 and spend it on everybody else. You know what I mean? That is dope. We're at 70th and Peoria. Yeah, that is crazy, man. Rest in peace. What's crazy too is that King Von was on Gillian Wallow's podcast. So Gillian Wallow, for my older folks that are in, 50s, 60s, or just not into the hip-hop culture that don't know what I'm talking about, Gillian Wallow from Philadelphia. Gilly's a rapper and online personality. And Wallow is a motivational speaker, and he did, 20 years in the pen. But he came out with... Basically, Wallow's a millionaire right now, and he was just booked for 20 years. He came out, and he made that bag back times 10. So they got this podcast together. Oh, we're on Sangamon. Let's make this right on Sangamon. Wasn't Bernie Mac from 69th and Sangamon? So let's see Bernie Mac's block. Hold on, this block right here coming up will be Bernie Mac's block. So back then when Bernie Mac was growing up, this is what he saw. So we're actually driving through Bernie Mac's block. Yo, look at, they're working on a Hummer on my right. The dude on my left got a go-kart outside. Hold on, before I continue to talk about what I was talking about, let's check out the little area here. Yeah, but this is 70th. All right, so the next block is 69th. So this ain't the block. I was all hyped. This is the block that Bernie Mac saw. Hold on, let's go to the next block. Look at the abandoned building on my right. The whole John abandoned, going all the way around. We're on Sangamon and 70th. Or it could be Sangamon. Maybe the A silent. With my luck, they'd be like, tune, the A silent. Oh, here goes these speed bumps. These treacherous speed bumps that I was talking about. Like speed mountains. I'm telling you, you had like a bicycle and you were good with BMX, you could probably hit that at some nice speed and catch some air. Some bunnies. You get up there, you probably get up like 3, 4, 5 feet depending on how skilled you are. Or even if you're like on like a skateboard or something, you go to it and you just pop up. Alright, 69th right here. Alright, Bernie Mac Street. Yo, they named it Bernie Mac Street, y'all. It says Bernie Mac Street. Right below 69, it says Bernie Mac Street in brown. Wow. Does it say hooray? Or honoring? What's that saying? Small print. I cannot see. Let me see. Let me be careful because there's cars. Honorary Bernie Mac Street, because to honor him, since he's from, that's dope, because he's from this community and this was his block. So now the question is, which house was his? I don't know which house was his, but that's cool. Bernie Mac was a comedian, and he was also an actor. And I don't know what other accolades he had under his belt, but I do know he was a comedian and an actor. So like I was saying earlier, it's crazy because King Von was on Gillian Wallow's podcast, and Gillian Wallow from Philly. You know what I mean? So I believe Gillian Wallow shoot their podcast in Philly or in the Philadelphia area. I don't know where the actual headquarters is at. I'm assuming it's in the Philadelphia area. If that's the case, then King Von went to Philly to go in the studio, and that's dope. And if you watch that interview, King Von had good energy. That was like a good documentation of him. He had good energy. We're at 68th and Sangamon. See, I'm be honest with you guys. I got some dirty laundry to put out, right? And it's okay to admit to things like this, you know? So I grew up in the hip-hop culture where everything was really lyrical, everything was really storytelling, you know, everything from like Slick Rick to like Nas, you know what I mean? And I could even appreciate the new generation, like J. Cole's and all them, you know, lyrical young folk. But I was kind of stubborn in my ways. We passed another abandoned house on my left. I was kind of stubborn in my ways to the extent where I didn't really lend an ear to the different type of music, such as, let's say, like Lil Durk or King Von, you know? Because I was more into the context. I was seeking context. We're at Marquette and Sangamon, right? And another abandoned house on my right. This is crazy, right? So with that being said, I kind of turned a deaf ear to them. I was kind of like that old head that's like, man, music ain't like it used to be. But it wasn't until I started lending an ear, started listening to it. Like, for example, one of the first songs, shout out to my little brother, Hustant, he put me on to, I saw that dude earlier. The dude that just rode by on that little T-Rex tricycle, whatever that thing called, Spider. So he put me on to watch your homie, or watch out for your homie. And I was banging that joint in my car in Philly. Like, I'm talking about banging it in my system. I got 13 plus speakers. You could hear the car from a block away clearly. And I was banging that King Von joint. I mean, not King Von. I was banging that Lil Durk joint. And I don't know. I just started listening then, and then I started learning about. And I think I connected more with the characters and the personality of the artists. And I said, okay, that's how that person thinks. Let me give their music a little bit of a deeper listen. And I started listening to it, and although, yeah, it's a little rough, it's a little hardcore, kill your op and run up in the house and take everything and shoot anybody that's connected to you. And if I ain't getting you, I'm getting somebody from your team. That's kind of the concept out of the music. But put all that stuff aside and listen in between the lines, and it's like, these people grew up in rough environments. We're at 66 and Sangamon. They grew up in rough hoods like we did, There's some people watching that they can relate. We all, I can't say everybody that's watching grew up in the hood, but a lot of people who from the hood life understand the struggle. And what they're doing is they're transmuting their pain that they felt here on these streets, which is the reality of what they grew up in, and put it in the words and put it in music, and people love it, and they mess with you, and you make bread off it. So, I mean, it's like a win-win. Poetry usually reflects off of the environment one grew up in, or the life experiences, and so on. Well, rap, hip-hop is kind of like poetry, and if you really take a listen to some of their music is hot. Some of their music, you know what I mean? Some of it got potential, some of it, it tells a story. It tells a dark story. We're at 65th and Sangamon. Let's make this left. Tells a dark story. Some of the music is dark, man. Some of the music is it's sad. Holding generational beef and not forgiving. The Bible says, "Thou shalt forgive and forget." 7 times 7 times 7. Doesn't matter how many times your neighbor does you wrong. Theoretically speaking, they say, "Love thy neighbor." You know what I mean? Even if they're an enemy or whatever. I'm gonna make it right. I'm just randomly talking and driving. But I can't be in their mind, so I can't expect people to forgive. I lost a lot of people in my lifetime to gun violence. I don't really hold anybody accountable, man. Like, sucks. It sucks because I'll tell you a story. I got an uncle that was gunned down, that was murdered. He was killed in 1999, probably in 2000. I don't remember off the top of my head. Maybe 2000, 2001, I don't know. Anyway, he was one of my many family members that were killed and gunned down in the streets of Philadelphia. So he was killed. His killer got arrested. I think he did like several years in prison. He did get incarcerated, right? But he's out, and I've driven past him plenty of times. I see him in the streets of Philly. You know what I mean? I see him in the streets. When he was gunned down, I was a youngster. I was probably like 11. I think I was 11 when he passed away. 10 or 11. I remember going to his funeral and everything. Like, I can't, as a full-grown adult, take him out, because of something that happened 20 years ago. You know what I mean? And it sucks. I see where the guy sets up his little stand and he sells, flags and rugs and all types of stuff. And it's like, damn, dude, like, you don't know the people you've affected, including myself, including, siblings, including his son. His son doesn't have a father right now, nor does he have a mother, which is my cousin. One of my closest cousins, who also creates YouTube content. He don't have a pop or mom. His pop got killed when he was 5. His mom, unfortunately, took her life 1 year later because she couldn't handle not having him around. So I got a cousin out there right now, who doesn't have parents. And I'm sure I believe he's seen his pop's killer. And it's like, I'm sure he probably feels like, like a heat, but it was already solved in, the courts, and it was before our time. He was only 5 when his pop was gunned down. You know what I mean? So based on that logic, so like, to my knowledge, gang culture, the beef never drops. The beef never ends. Like, technically, some people believe, well, you should go get them. But it's like, you gotta weigh good with the evil, the yin with the yang. Like, is it moral acceptable? Ethically, is it acceptable to play God? We're at 64th and Carpenter, to decide who lives and who doesn't. I mean, he made the decision to decide my uncle wasn't gonna be able to. I lived older than my uncle, and so did his own son. His son looks just like him. So when I look at my cousin, I see my uncle. That's true story. My cousin like 29 right now. One of my younger cousins, he like 29, and it's hard, because it affected him, it affected me, it affected the family, But the reason why I brought this story up is because, to my understanding, we're at 65th and Carpenter. I don't indulge in the Chicago music culture. But, there are headlines, and there are, there's a whole bunch of people on my left chilling in the lot, and there's a little girl on my right playing, she just threw a piece of trash. She just picked up a piece of trash and threw it. Another abandoned house on my right. Yeah, so anyway, the reason why I talk about this is because it's kind of somewhat relative, because technically speaking, a lot of these people getting gunned down here, I believe it's, because, you killed somebody that's related to me, so I got to get somebody that's to you, and then they kill somebody that's related to them, and then they're going to kill somebody that's related to you, and so on. And it's just original Philadelphia Missionary Baptist Church. Look at this. I wonder if the people who started this church were from Philadelphia. Original Philadelphia Missionary Baptist Church. Because I'm from Philly, baby. You already know. Philadelphia, PA. But that's crazy, bro. We're at 66 and Carpenter. So the moral of the story, guys, is, if somebody's out, if I can persuade one mind to just forgive and forget, no matter how hard it may be, you know what I mean? I think it'll pay off longer in the long run, At the end of the day, it's none of my business. However you handle your business is up to you, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Chicago's one of the ones that have a high crime rate, like murder rate, next to Philly, next to, a lot of the other major cities. I know Camden used to be up there. But I know Chicago's one of the ones that they hit the hundreds. To my knowledge, I think Chicago, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody from Chicago watching and say, nah, Toon, we don't hit the hundreds. Oh, no, Toon, yeah, we be getting 800 murders a year. I think this is around the same as Philly. 5, 6, 7, 800 murders a year annually. And that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, man. And we taking out our own, man. Taking out our own, bro. But enough of that talk. Let's talk about these young women hanging out on my right hand side, chilling, enjoying the sun. Well, they're actually in the shade, but they got a cool little dog, little teeny weeny furry dog out front. Abandoned house on my right. We're at 68th and Carpenter. A lot of abandoned houses in this area. A lot of abandoned houses. Oh, there's one right next to it too. Oh, there's another one. There's 3 abandoned houses. 4 abandoned houses. 1, 2, 3. No, BS. 3. I was all hyped. 4. 3 abandoned houses. Crazy, right? A lot of real estate that you could probably buy here. Like if you're looking to invest, you can probably with 200,000-300,000 come here and get a dozen houses for the low. Because you saw that one house they only wanted 19,000 for, or best offer. I'm the type that I'll hit you with a 9-piece. Oh, you want 19 or best offer? I'll give you 9. No, I can't accept 9. Can I check out the integrity of the structure? Can I check out the foundation? Can I check out the roof? See if there's any leaks, see if there's any mold, see if there's any termites, see if there's, any back taxes, any, Then I gotta work you down. Real rap. I've been seeing a lot of those fire extinguisher hands right here too. Let's make this left so I can show y'all that. You see that graffiti on the side of that building, that brick building? That's done with a fire extinguisher. So they'll take an old fire extinguisher. Whoa, car behind me driving super fast. They'll take an old fire extinguisher. We're at Morgan Street. Uh-oh, go ahead. You want to go around me because you look frustrated. You look frustrated that I was in front of you. So they'll take a fire extinguisher and they'll fill it up with the materials, paint to be exact, to spray up and put their hand up against the wall. And it's huge, as you can see. Huge. Let's be careful. Move forward. Adele and Robert L. Stern, the Salvation Army on our right-hand side. Let's make a right coming up. Not on Sangamon. This is where Bernie Mac was from, this block on my left. Let's make a right coming up. Let's make this right here. Oh, this is Peoria, I think. It's cool. Let's just get off of that street because that street was too fast-paced for my taste. Got a car behind me, guys. I swear there's car been behind me several times today. Either that or there's several of them throughout the city. It's like a white SUV, like a Chevy Equinox. We're on 70th from Peoria. I'm going to make this left just to get out of this car's way. Lively Stone, MB Church. So this neighborhood, Englewood, based on areavibes.com, receives an F rating. Total crime is 276% above the national average. Property crime is 206% above the national average. Let's continue moving forward. So, wow, huge pothole. So violent crimes in Englewood are 632% higher than the national average. 632%. In Englewood, you have a 1 in 12 chance of becoming a victim of crime. Englewood is safer than 8% of the cities in Illinois. And year over year, crime in Englewood has not changed. All right, we're on 70th and Halstead. Let's make this right on Halstead. Next to McGee's Jukebox. Looks like a bar on my right. I'm gonna make this right though. I'm gonna get on Halstead. United in Love Baptist Church on the right. MB. I believe that's Baptist. Might be something else. Callahan Funeral Home on my right. A worship center on our left. So this neighborhood receives an F rating for employment. Income is 57% below the national average. Unemployment is 299% above the national average. Sheesh, 299%. All right, let's make this left-hand turn on 71st. You got Taisha's Beauty Supply on our left, Harold's Fish and Chicken on our left, Callahan Funeral Home on our right, Shell gas station, $5.29 per gallon. Whoa, car flying behind me. Damn it, they even got a speed jump right there. And they out, bro. They're about to tail us and clip us. Male median earnings are 41% higher than female median earnings. The median household income in Englewood is 58% lower than the national average. The unemployment rate, obviously 299% higher. The poverty level is equal to the national average. Incredible, right? So for the cost of living, they receive a B minus. It's 8% below than the national average, and 48% lower is the housing than the national average. I got a bunch of kids on my right-hand side on the corner off 72nd Street. Illinois state income tax is 101% higher than the national average. Yeah, we got a bunch of kids right there. Go ahead, cross, youngsters. Cross, my young brothers and sisters. No? Y'all good? Y'all Gucci? I just want to make sure. That's good that they chilling. They ain't even running into the street unless they live there on that block and they just they hanging out in the corner. They setting up shop early. Got Maryland tags in front of us. I think they're parked. I'm gonna go around them. Last time I thought somebody was parked, I went around them and they kept moving forward. I'm like, bro, I just thought you was double parked in the middle of the street. We're at Halstead, 72nd and Halstead.